Good evening, my friends. This is my second page in English. I'll read on a document which I have already shown you in the Facebook. Am I audible? Am I audible? Am I audible? Yes, I am audible. This document, yes, this is a document I am reading. This is a lecture. Lecture is an illustrated lecture. Oh, let me silent my reduce the volume of my handset. I hope I am audible. Yes. This is an illustrated lecture on Bharat Ratna Gopinath Bordoloi and his contribution to the nation by His Excellency Lieutenant General retired K.Sinha, Governor of Assam, on 25th August 1999 at 5 p.m. in Museum Auditorium, that is National Museum, New Delhi. In this presentation, there are persons. In chair is Dr. R.D. Chowdhury, Director General, National Museum. Chief Guest Honorable Mr. Justice A.N. Fukonn, Supreme Court Judge. A lecture by Lieutenant General K.Sinha, Governor of Assam. Other guests are Dr. Mrs. Kopila Vatsanaya, Academic Director, Indira Gandhi, IGNCA. And another person is Dr. S. Sukumar Sarkar, Director General, National Archives of India. This is originally a classified document, lecture about 40 page, in typing 40 page, and I got it long before, about the same time, from one of the persons who are present in these chairs. And let me start with few things about Bharat Ratna Gopinath Bordoloi. Can you remember the days of Assam in 1937, 38? In 37, there was, in 35 British, by the 35 British India Act, states were given autonomy, provincial autonomy, and on the basis of 1935 British India Act, there were elections in states of British India, and in some states it was Congress government, some states mixed. What was in Assam? After the election, Congress did not get the absolute majority, and that day Assam means minus Arunachal and Tripura, all the six sisters were part of Assam. And at that time Guwahati was not the capital of Assam. It was the capital of today's capital, that is the Meghalaya, that is the first letter is S. What is the name? Can you remind me? That was the capital of Assam. And as the Congress failed to garner majority, it was the Muslim League government. Can you imagine? It was the Muslim League government, Sadullah government, Muslim League government. And in 38, when Subhash Chandra became the All India Congress president, he went to Assam and stayed in the capital of Assam, that is, which is the capital, the town which is the capital of Meghalaya now. The first letter is S. Can you remind me that place? In that place, sitting for few days, he persuaded all the independent MLAs withdraw support from the Sadullah Muslim government, Muslim League government, and the Muslim League and the Sadullah Muslim League government fell, collapsed. Then Subhash Chandra arranged Congress government, where this Gopinath Bordole was made the Prime Minister. At that day, it was not Chief Minister, Prime Minister of Assam. By that, the whole northeast of India is saved from the mouth of Muslim League, from mouth of Pakistan. And still today, many persons who are educated persons, who respect history, they still now tell that it is Subhash Chandra who saved northeast. By that act, saved northeast, including Assam, from going to Pakistan. And that Gopinath Bordole was awarded Bharat Ratna subsequently. And the airport Guwahati is named after him, the Gopinath Bordole International Airport. That and in his name there is yearly a memorial speech. This in 1999, this speech was given by the then Assam governor, Lieutenant General S.K.Sinha. Again, who is this S.K.Sinha? You remember, S.K.Sinha, when the previous chief of the army he retired, this S.K.Sinha was second in command. He was supposed to be the natural chief of the army, but this person, General S.K.Sinha, was not liked by the Congress government, because this was a very frank man. He was very critical about the politicians, very frank man, very honest man. There are many generals in army who compromise with the politicians for some personal interest. This S.K.Sinha is not the man of that character. He was refused that position of chief of the army, and feeling insulted, he resigned from the army. But he was so efficient person. For his efficiency, Government of India was compelled to bring him at one time as the governor of Jammu Kashmir in his most turbulent period. And again, in Assam, in its most turbulent period, this Lieutenant General S.K.Sinha was made governor of Assam. And you will be astonished to see that such a great person when during the Malay, you know, can you remember when P.C. Chidambaram and was the home minister under UPA government, during Malegaon blast, a false story was created that this General S.K.Sinha is behind this blast. He is a Hindu terrorist, a term was coined as Hindu terrorism. Hindu terrorists, they are the Hindu terrorists. S.K. Sinha is a Hindu terrorist. That's why this false story was created. They were trying to incriminate him in a false case, because he is a person who are very frank about the misdeeds of the politicians and the misdeeds of the government. He was very vocal about the illegal infiltration into India, Assam and West Bengal from Bangladesh. Very vocal. And this lecture material is on that subject, the illegal migration from Bangladesh into Assam and West Bengal. Mainly this subject is illegal migration into Assam. The subject is this. This was that time I got this, though it is classified one, a report on illegal migration into Assam submitted to the President of India by the Governor of Assam. This is the material. Now let me go into the I have no personal relation with this General S.K. Sinha, but when my book, English book, Decoding Marriage Mystery on Netaji, and its Bengali part is the Bibaho Golpo Kotha, that the English volume was translated into Hindi by Professor Kopil Kumar and published by one publisher in Delhi, that is Lancer. Professor this General Sinha, after reading this my volume, he gave a lecture on this. He is very happy with the documents given in this book. And in my writings in last 20 years in volumes, I have in few places I have quoted his writings. I referred to his writings because he is a regular writer on Indian defense areas, security purposes and integrity and nationalism. On these articles in Statesmen like this, I have quoted some of his articles published in the Statesmen in last 20 years in my books, in my writings. Now let me go into the paper volume, the migration into Assam. In this chapter he has started from the British days, the migration. Why this British days? Because he has shown in the British days 100 years back, 150 years back, 150 years back, long before partition. In the British days, Assam had, in the valley area, Assam had vast areas, fertile areas, but little number of cultivators, laborers, and the Muslim laborers, agriculturists migrated to this area of Assam to produce more the rice, because the British policy was to encourage this migration so that there is more food production. It's the policy, and that was the reason why in the valley areas of Assam so much increase of Muslims. But after partition the situation changed. Now there is a boundary, and more so after the 1971, the birth of Bangladesh. And in Assam gradually the people before that the people of Assam was wanting this labor to come to Assam so that they will act as laborers to produce more rice, all these things. But after the Bangladesh liberation, birth of Bangladesh, the situation changed. Now the people of the Assam saw that the presence of so many lakhs of illegal infiltrated Muslims, Muslim Bengalis, Bengali speaking Muslims had changed their demography. Now the Assamese people, Ahomia people felt threatened and they felt some existential crisis, and in some areas in the border states, border districts of Assam, in some districts there is Muslim majority, and that also is a threat to the India, because whereas it is more than 50%, even more, those areas as per the tendencies of the Islamic people, those areas has natural tendency to secede to the Islamic Bangladesh. That is now a threat to national threat to the nation, not only threat to the existence of the Ahomia people, but threat to the nation. And that's why this paper, he read this paper. Ever some of the content I am reading. Contributory factors. Illegal migration to Assam has been taking place primarily for economic reasons. Bangladesh is the world's most densely populated country, with a population density of 969 per square kilometer. The growth rate of population in that country is 2.2%, and its population is growing at a rate of 2.8 million per year. Each year nearly one third of Bangladesh gets inundated by floods, displacing 19 million people. 17 million people, constituting 60% of the population, live below the poverty line. The per capita income in Bangladesh is $170 per year, which is much lower than per capita income in India. The border between India and Bangladesh is very porous. In these circumstances, the continued large-scale population movement from Bangladesh to India is inevitable unless effective measures are taken to counter it. This is a warning to the government of India by Governor of Assam. And policy of Islam is to grow more people, to invade non-Muslims areas by producing more children, more wives and more children. That is their policy. Then I have told you one time, do you know the name of Fakhruddin Ahmed, who was one time the chief minister of Assam? He is an Islamist. Fakhruddin Ahmed. He was made president of India, and he was that man during his chief ministership who allowed and promoted this illegal migration from Bangladesh into Assam. And for that, Indira Gandhi made him the president of this country. He was promoted, he was prized. Then illegal migration. Point 12. Illegal migrants have been defined in Assam Accord as those who infiltrated illegally after 24th December 1971. that is our war with East Pakistan ended in 16th December. This cut-off line in the Assam Accord is 24th December 1971. This Assam Accord was done by the then Assam Chief Minister and Indian Prime Minister Rajiv Gandhi and the Assam Gana Parishad, all these things. Assam Accord. However, the stream that infiltrated illegally between 1st January 1966 and 24th December 1971 was not to be deported and was to be given Indian citizenship after a lapse of 10 years. No doubt, Hindus required special consideration at the time of partition and had to be treated as refugees, but this cannot be allowed to continue forever. Post 1971, Hindu illegal migrants cannot justifiably claim refugee status. এবার আসছি, এবার now there is some datas how, and there is another, there are datas how much infiltration to the Assam to different districts, how the demographic changes in different border districts of Assam. Another quote from this is I am quoting in Parliament, point number, in Parliament, Indrajit Gupta, when he was the Home Minister, because there are so many infiltrations in Assam and in West Bengal. Once there was a case in Calcutta, in Delhi. One NGO started that case. They claim that millions of illegal infiltration from Bangladesh to India. At that time, they are claiming that it was about 30 million that time, and that time Jyoti Bose Chief Minister was in Bengal, and from Delhi court asked the West Bengal government to submit an affidavit. In that affidavit, what Jyoti Bose government confessed that no sir, it is not 30 millions, it is 20 million. Now see Indrajit Gupta, who was the Home Minister of India. He belonged to CPI group. His statement in Parliament in 6th May 1997 that there were 10 million illegal migrants residing in India. Home Minister, 10 million illegal migrants residing in India, 97. Quoting Home Ministry Intelligence Bureau resources, the 10th August 1990 issue of India Today has given the breakdown of these illegal migrants by states. West Bengal has by that time 5.4 million, that is 54 lakhs officially they are confessing. Assam 4 million, 40 lakhs. Tripura 8 million, that is 80 lakh. Bihar 0.5 million, that is 5 lakh. Maharashtra 0.5 million, that is 5 lakh. Rajasthan 0.5 million, that is 5 lakhs. Delhi 0.3 million, that is 3 lakhs, making the total about 10.83 millions. This is Government of India confession. That was 97. Today is 24. 27 years has elapsed, and by that time there is more infiltration. First encouraged by CPM, now by TMCP. Another confession and record of this governor's speech. Point 17. On April 10, 1992, Sri Hiteshwar Saikia, the then Chief Minister of Assam, stated that there were 3 million Bangladeshi illegal migrants in Assam, but 2 days later he committed a volte-face and declared that there were no illegal migrants in Assam. He is a Congressy person. Under party pressure, volte-face, he withdrew, a coward. However, one can see for oneself the large scale infiltration of Bangladesh that has taken place into Assam. Looking at the population in the border areas of Assam, sometimes one wonders where one is in Assam or in Bangladesh. Sri E.N. Rammohan, DG BSF, who is an IPS officer in Assam cadre, in his report on 10th February 1997 has stated, as additional SP in 1968 in Nagaon, I did not see a single Bangladeshi village in Jagi Road or in Kaziranga. In 1982, when I was posted at DIGP, Northern Range, Tejpur, 5 new Bangladeshi Muslim villages had come up near Jogi Road, and hundreds of families had built up their huts encroaching into the land of Kaziranga Game Sanctuary. He mentioned that in 1971 the large island of Chawalkhola Khoa, comprising 5,000 bighas of land, was being cultivated by the Assamese villages from Gorukut and Shanuna and went on to the state. In 1982, when I was posted as DIGP Tejpur, there was a population of more than 10,000 immigrant Muslims on that island. The pleas that the Assami villagers to the district administration to evict those people from the island fell on the deep ears. Any honest young IAS SDO of Magaldoi subdivision who tried to do this found himself transferred by the Congress government. In 83, when an election was forced on the people of Assam, the people of the villages living on the banks of the Brahmaputra opposite to the Chawalkhoa attacked the encroachers on this island. When they found that they had been given voting rights by the government, it is of interest that Assamese Muslims of Shanua village attacked the Bengali Muslims encroachers on the island. I am a direct witness to this. Bangladesh census records indicate a reduction of 39 lakhs of Hindu between. Now another record. Bangladeshi census records indicate a reduction of 39 lakhs Hindus between 71 and 81. 71 to 81 in this 10 years is a massive reduction of Hindu population in Bangladesh. That is on record by 39 lakhs. Another 36 lakhs between 81 to 89 in Bangladesh census records. Bhaskar. These 75 lakhs, that is 39 plus 36 Hindus, have obviously come into India. Perhaps most of them have come into the states other than Assam. Another very vital important point I am indicating to you. Very vital. There were 7.5 lakh Bihari Muslims in refugee camps in Bangladesh in 1971. At the instance of Saudi Arabia, Pakistan was persuaded to accept only 33,000 Bihari Muslims. There are at present only 2 lakh Bihari Muslims in these refugee camps in Bangladesh. The unaccounted 5.17 lakhs must have infiltrated into India, as there is little possibility or evidence of their having merged into Bangladesh society. Who is this Bihari? Remember, they are the Bihari, Hindis, Bihari, Urdu speaking people who are Pakistan Panthi, who are Muslim Leaguers. Majority of them was from in Bihar or in West East UP. At partition time, they migrated to East Pakistan. They are Bihari Muslims, Urdu speaking Muslim leagues of supporting Muslim League, demanding Pakistan. They settled in East Pakistan, but they could not merge with the Bengali speaking Muslims in East Pakistan. They were living in ghettos. Again, during the Bangladesh Liberation War, they were with the, as Rajakars, they were with the Pak army, like Rohingyas and these Rajakars. Urdu speaking Bihari Muslims in East Pakistan were supporting Pak army. At the end of the war, they were kept in some camps. The amount is 7.5 lakh. Now see the calculation where this 5.17 lakhs has gone. Those are majority in West Bengal and adjoining Bihar and Jharkhand, and some of them are in high political position in politics, in past CPM and now in TMCP, Rajakars. Clear? In 1970, the total population of East Pakistan was 7.5 crore. In 1974, it has come down to 7.14 crores. On the basis of 3.1% annual population growth rate of the period, the population in 1974 should have been 7.7 crore. The shortfall of 6 million people can be explained by large scale migration into India. And there are data after data how different districts bordering Bangladesh of Assam, the demographic changes are there. In some districts, they are Muslim majority. And similarly, also, if you look into in similar process, some of the districts of West Bengal has become Muslim majority. Demographic change there. What the Congress government in Assam has allowed this illegal migration has been done by CPM here in West Bengal to increase their vote bank, and then TMCP is doing the same thing. How to prevent this infiltration? There are some suggestions by the governor. He has shown how many kilometers of border of Bangladesh with the Assam, with Tripura, and major part is West Bengal. How to fence that? How to increase the power of the BSF and their BSF personnel increase? All these suggestions are there. One after one suggestions are there. But from 1999, there are, for a period, NDA government 10 years in continuity UPA government, and in the West Bengal there is almost near total non-cooperation of West Bengal government to allow land to acquire land to build fencing and BSF forces offices. All these things. There are suggestions of border fencing, increasing the power of the BSF and number of increase the personnel, all these things. But particularly in West Bengal, what has happened? Non-cooperation of the West Bengal government. Developments in Bangladesh. The measures recommended to arrest the influx of illegal migrants may not be completely stopped because there is some economic issues. There is a suggestion that the economic development of Bangladesh is needed. Another line I am quoting: in the past few years, many illegal migrants from different states, including Maharashtra, were being pushed back to Bangladesh. About 5,000 in 1993, about 6,000 in 1994, about 4,000 in 1995, about 3,000 in 1996, about 4,000 in 1997, and about 1.5 thousand in 98 pushed back, but very small portion of the illegal migration, because they have got by the time by the ration cards, then voter cards, and now they are getting very easily the PAN cards and other cards, all these things. And the attempts now of the central government to fence the borders is being sabotaged by the state government. And this General Sinha was a very nationalist, very frank man, and that's why Congress government refused him the position of chief of the army staff, which was his due. He resigned. He is a very frank man, very honest and courageous man. And when Jammu Kashmir was in crisis, the government of India was compelled to make him the governor of Jammu Kashmir. He was success there. And even when Assam was burning, this General Sinha was made the governor of Assam to solve problems. But the Congress is of that character, notorious anti-national character. They tried to start a false case, incriminate General Sinha in the case of Malegaon blast. Congress, the P. Chidambaram designed the word Hindu terrorism. He made a false story, this Chidambaram, scoundrel Chidambaram, that Chidambaram incriminated many ones, not only General Sinha, many nationalists in army and in police. They are put into jail without trial for years. He also tried this UPA government, Sonia, her agent, this P. Chidambaram, tried to incriminate General Sinha in this Malegaon blast case falsely. He is a nationalist man. I have quoted you some lines from his huge 40-page document, and you see his subject was infiltration into Assam. And think the demographic change in Assam is more than the demographic change in Bengal. Assam has got about 40% Muslims. Even after that, only 60% remaining non-Muslims. They have been able to consolidate that and can have that BJP government, nationalist party government. But in Bengal, here Muslims about 35%. But the tragedy is, this is our disgrace for the Bengali Hindus. We have been ruled by a party, a government, which basically a Muslim League government. A Muslim League government. In West Bengal, the rights of a Muslim is more than average Hindus. Muslims are better in West Bengal, not the Hindus. Rights of Hindus in religious plane, in economic plane, everywhere is being humiliated by this government. By number they have increased, and also in good positions they are. Let me stop here now. How many? Yes. Let me stop here now. Bhashar, as per 2011 census report, 9 districts of 36 districts of Assam was Muslim dominated. 9 of, yes, even more. In some places instead of Sunday, Friday was made holiday. Himanta Biswa Sharma somewhat tearing those gangs. Kalimuddin Samswaj, yes. Inut Gupta, although used his Hindu name, but was a converted Muslims, yes. Like Kabir Suman, yes. Good evening, sir. Jaydev. He was able to twist anger of Assamese on Muslims infiltrated Assam to Assamese to Bengalis, and which started as the Bangal Khedao throughout Muslims from East Bengal switching against the Bengalis, Bengali speaking. After successful doing that, yes, that Fakhruddin Ali Ahmed, the notorious Islamist chief minister of Assam. Let me stop here.